Welcome to the DoubleEShow. Bad strategy, horribly simulated.
What's going on, everybody? Jibba73 back with the DoubleEShow. It's Moving Mondays with American Truck Simulator. Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend. It's been a couple weeks since we've done American Truck Simulator. I've been trying to play catch-up. I've been recording Apex Legends on Thursdays with my buddy, the Salty Dog, and haven't had a ton of time to actually sit down and play. So we are going to do that today. We are taking a shipment from Boston, Massachusetts, up to Maine, and we're going to do that right now. All right. Let's see, take park brake off. We'll put her in third. Did I just stall out? No. Oh, what? I turned the engine off. I didn't take the park brake off. Right on. So I tried tinkering with some of the settings to make ATS look a little better in my recording, so we'll see how that goes for this recording. I'll definitely be paying close attention to it in the editing phase. There we go. Yep. I've got stuff. All right, so let's take a quick look what we're going to be hauling. It's furniture. We're going up to Houghton, Maine, and pays $19.5 grand. Not bad. Not bad. All right, so we're going to put on our left blinker. We're going to look over here to the right. See if we can see anything. I see nothing. I see nothing. And out the door we go. Nice windy little output here. So, yeah, so I've been, like I said, I've been playing Apex Legends on Thursdays. A lot of fun. It's a fun game. I haven't played a shooter in a long time. I'm horrible at it, but I'm having fun with it. So that's really all that matters right now, is that I enjoy it. Something different. And, you know, I'll be throwing out videos on it. Nothing like, it's not going to be like a regular series. I'm thinking like every other week, I'll throw together a little montage of action, and we'll go from there. Alright, we got a nice windy little back road. Speed limit's 30, I'm only doing 19. I suppose I could go a little faster. Oh, goodness. So, oh, look. Hang gliders. Right on. Very cool. And some kind of steam coming up over there. Can't tell if that's from the water or maybe it's big waves. Mist coming off the shoreline or something. I don't know. Alright, looks like we're going to be coming to a stop here. Go down in the fourth. Right on, little divided highway here. If you haven't played the game Apex Legends, it's a battle royale. Obviously, it took its roots from Fortnite launching. But I mean, there have been other battle royale style games or modes of popular games like Call of Duty and Battlefield multiplayer. In and along those lines. So, you know, set cruise control here. Go up to 13th. Oop, 55. Okay, well, we'll step on it. But instead of being able to, with supernatural powers, build a fort out of thin air, You have to use the cover that's provided, and the way the maps are set up, there's individual realms, and each of those areas on the map have different cover features, randomly generated weapon spawn points and caches and things like that. It's interesting. It's definitely different. Definitely different. Up to 65. Okay, we'll get out on here and we'll get going as fast as we can. I'm used to, when I did play shooters back in the day, being real strategic, and there's a lot less strategy to the game. It's really built around run and gun. It does the it has a circle of influence, and every so often it shrinks it, so you have to move more towards the center of the map, and that's, it kind of keeps you moving, so you can't just sit and camp. You can't hide out in one spot. You got to keep moving. Forces the gameplay forward. Not a bad idea. I get the concept of it. It's just different. It's just different. So a lot of people at the beginning, it's like 60 teams of 3. I think it is. Something like that. Or 20 teams of 3. Yeah, 60 players altogether. 20 teams of 3. And yeah, you land and there's a lot more run and gun. There's a lot less camping. There's a lot less stocking up on ammo and weaponry, and finding a good hiding spot. And hey, we're in New Hampshire. New Hampshire? That's where I grew up. Anyways, because you can't get that from here. Anywho. Yeah, so you can't find a good camping spot and load up on weapons and ammo and wait for your enemy to come. You really kind of got to float around the map. The only way that you can camp is if you find a spot in the center of the map, or in the center of the kill zone right off the bat, and other people don't, and you get all the weapons and ammo you can from that spot, and you just sit and wait for the kill zone to close in around you, pushing the enemies towards you, and then you can take them out as they come. Hey, we're in Maine. We're down east now. And I mean, it has good elements. Each hero or character that you can play, they have one special attribute, right? But all the weapons are the same for all the players. There are, a dozen different rifles, a dozen different shotguns, a dozen different machine guns, a dozen different heavy machine guns, and pistols, and grenades, and first aid kits, and all. And you pick those up in the world because you start out with nothing except your special attribute. And for different heroes, it's different attributes. One particular one has a shield, so every time he fires his weapon, a little shield forms around his upper body, protects him from counterfire, which is kind of neat. That's a nifty thing. And one of them can send out a wave that says if there's enemies nearby, and it'll detect enemies within proximity. One of them's like a medic, can heal faster or revive faster or something like that. So I'm still getting used to all the characters, and I'm still getting used to learning how to use their special traits to the most effectiveness. It's not easy. Not easy figuring them out. When you're just starting out, if you haven't played a shooter in a long time, you're not familiar with how the game mechanics work, it takes a little bit. But I tell you what, this Saturday, or no, not this Saturday, this Friday, after Prison Architect, I'm going to have an episode go up. And just watch it, let me know what you think. It's going to be a different editing style too. Going to be playing the game is going to be different than what I generally do in these in my games anyways. But on top of that, the editing is going to be, we're in Portland, Maine. The editing is going to be very much different. And that's on purpose. I mean, I'm going to be taking 90 minutes, 2.5 hours worth of gaming footage and breaking it into 3 to 10 minute segments. Yeah, I'm going to be cutting all the fluff that I can, and just make it entertaining. Ooh, excuse me. Right on. Moving right along. Let's get it back up to 65. Yeah, so anyways, I've been having fun playing it anyhow, you know. It's definitely different. Something new, exciting, fast-paced. Haven't been doing a lot of talking while I'm recording it because, aside from, you know, he's over there, there's not much I can say right now until I, you know, learn how to use the buttons on the controller to set waypoints and call out enemies and things like that. It'll be a while before I can strategically call out commands. As it is right now, I tend to do a lot of following or shadowing into combat. I try not to run in a straight line with my teammates. I try to stay off to one side or the other. I try to stay back and to one side. That way, if we run into an ambush, we're not running in dead set together. You know, still trying to utilize strategy, but still trying to run to where the action is. But I did manage to, not in this week's video coming up, but I did manage to get a few kills. So feeling good about that because we played a bunch of games before I even dealt damage for the first time. And then we played a whole bunch more before I killed somebody. So I'm happy to say that happened. And in an upcoming set of video, or in an upcoming montage video of it, we have our friend Raider Chick join us, and she's absolutely dreadful. To say the, I felt really good about myself having her on the team, and like her internet or her graphics card or something, she was lagging horribly. But, you know, we managed to keep her alive for quite some time. But, anywho. Yeah, so it'll be something I'll be doing regularly, and I'll be enjoying that. Now, I'm not talking about the games coming up this week. In fact, you know what? As I'm thinking about it now, I'm recording this before my my Apex video goes live, but it'll actually have gone live a couple of days ago, this past Friday. So if you haven't watched the video for this past Friday at 2 p.m., go back and watch it. Yeah, I lost track of time. I had to, it's weird, I bought a new USB hub. So my original USB hub that I used for a lot of peripherals was a 2.0 hub. And on my PC, I only have one USB 3 on the front. And that's where I normally plug in my steering wheel. And oddly enough, I got a new USB 3.0 hub. So it's 7 3.0 hubs plugged into a 3.0 hub on the back of my computer. So it's 3.0 to 3.0. So I plugged my controller, my steering wheel into the 3.0 hub, and when I started my Logitech software, for some god-awful reason, it wouldn't recognize the correct steering wheel. Now, Logitech software does that on occasion if it's been a while since you plugged it in. If there was an update to the software, it'll recognize the wrong wheel and you got to fudge around and do a bunch of stuff to it and everything. Well, anyways, it wasn't recognizing my Driving Force GT, so I had to uninstall it, go and re-download the very old copy of it because it's not the latest version, because the latest version won't recognize this wheel at all. I had to re-download it, and then during the setup process, let it rediscover the wheel, which it did, and there we go, which it did, and then we were able to utilize the wheel again. But I was a little miffed, to be perfectly frank, that I had to go through that at the beginning here. Coming down the bottom of the hill. Alright. Well, let's see. Anybody coming that way? Nope. Anybody that way? Yep. Got a couple of vehicles coming that way. Ooh, a little bit of lightning outside. Right on. Okay, so it's pouring down rain. Just as we get in here to Houghton. It wants me to cut through the gas station. I don't know why the maps do that all the time. But I'm not cutting through a gas station because it's actually against the law to bypass an intersection. I'll go out wide here because we got an ossifer. I think this is a garage. Or is it a dealer? Can't tell. Yeah, this is just an ownable garage. Right? No. That's a mechanic's garage. Okay. I'm not in Houghton yet. I'm in Bangor. Alright. I had a couple of discoverables and whatever that was. There it is. There's a truck garage. I'm not buying a truck garage in Maine. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. Okay. And then we go across the way over here because there is a discoverable on the other side of the road. The road. Up here on the left. Alright. Anything coming that way? There is. There's a bunch of stuff coming that way. After this car I can go. Right on. I think this might just be a recruitment agency, but better to discover it than not. It is. It's a recruitment agency. Very good. Very good. I'll take that. Now I just need to find a good spot to turn around. Getting all kinds of notifications now. Alright. This looks like a place where I could normally pull in and sleep, and I'm going to see if I can go around the building. Like so. I can. Very good. Very good. Very good. I do not need to sleep. I just need to turn around. Right on. Always good to make a new discovery. Okay, now. Okay. Yeah, there's a bus and some cars. There's a truck. Alright. And then we'll come out here and get back on the highway. Right on, right on, right on. Yeah, if you don't make the discoveries, you don't open your pool of drivers to hire. You don't know if you're finding a dealership or whether or not you want to know where that garage is to own for down the road. You know how it is. So. Oh no, bus is going to stop at the top of the ramp. You're kidding me. I think I just wrecked my transmission. I think it did. Because I downshifted too fast instead of using the retarder. Should have been using the retarder to slow down. But I was not. Here's that stupid bus. That's as far down the road as you got? Holy crikeys. Yeah, that's some good thunder. Why is everybody going so slow? Speed limit 75. I don't understand. I don't understand. Speed limit 75. Cruise control is set at 70. And away I go. What's he towing? What's he towing? He got some hazardous chemical. Right on. It happens. Boy, the rain is chucking down in this game, huh? Oh, goodness. So I can't believe we're more than halfway, or we're just at the halfway point in May. I mean, so far this year is kind of flying by a little too fast. And every weekend so far it's rained. So I can't get any of my yard work done. I'm going to have to start making time during the week when it's sunny to go out and do it. Get over. Unbelievable. Why on earth are you doing 50 in a 75? Should have plowed into him and pushed him out of the way. Yeah. You're doing, what, 55 and a 75? Come on, son. You know what's happening to this jackass? Figures. Figures. Jam on your brakes. What a douche. Pardon my French. Oh, by the way, Apex is age restricted. There's some salty language from the salty gopher and I. And ironically enough, only one person who you could tell was using a cheat, and only one person who was an absolute nutsack to us when obviously I was a level 4 and my buddy was only a level like 14 at the time, and you know, we were getting killed, and of course he gets on the team mic and just starts berating us and talking about our moms, but you could tell it was some 30-year-old guy who, you know, he had a super echoey mic, and you could tell he was in a basement because of the echo in his voice and everything. I mean, it was pretty incredible how you could pinpoint the fact that this guy was a very, very lonely individual, and his name was Tony the Wop. I mean, no kidding at all. You could tell this guy was the epitome of loser. And I'm not saying that because he berated us, but everything that he said and did after the fact led to the conclusion that this guy was definitely probably collecting, you know, disability for ADHD, living with mom, probably his child support to pay. I mean, just a real complete and utter tosser. And, yeah, I mean, aside from that one dude, everything was great. Everything's been great. I would have left him in the video too, but his mic was so crappy. And, you know, so one of those guys who, internet keyboard warrior, acting like a pro in a free game. You know what I mean? And, yeah, he just a complete utter tool. So... But, you know, like I said, not for nothing, I haven't experienced that, but that one time. So I feel very fortunate to have had a really good experience with Apex so far. And then the one cheater, and the way you knew he was hacking the game, he was a level 2, and in my presence, he took out both my squad mates and myself with one shot each. So... the way Apex works is it's cumulative damage. There are no one-shot weapons in the game. And he killed my 2 teammates with one shot each. And I was up above them on a ridge. Hadn't even fired at him. Had him in my sights, right? And before I could even fire a shot, after he killed my second teammate, he turned right at me and fired, which basically means, right, that he had some kind of bot that showed him on the map where enemy players are, and he had some kind of hack to have one-hit kills, which, you know, pretty cheat. If you got to cheat at a free game to feel good about yourself, you have issues beyond what therapy will help. All right, let's see. We gotta move forward till we see the cone turn green. There it is. All right. So I've got this mod that makes traffic cones for parking instead of the white lines. And when you're parked properly, the rear cones turn green. So we're going to come up here, just like this. We are going to go park and brake, engine off, and we are going to hit enter to unload. There you go. Excellent. Right on. So we made 19,482. We dropped off our furniture, 66 gallons of fuel. Very good. Now I'm going to check out the current company offers because I want to see if I can get something going to New Hampshire. So we've got Houghton, Maine to Portland to Boston. Well, there ain't much coming out of here, huh? So that's going down to Portland. So I suppose I could take that job. This one goes back down to Boston. I think I'll go to Portland, and then I'll see if I can get something from Portland out. So yeah, so there you go. Listen, if you like what you're watching, hit that like and subscribe button down below. Tell your family, tell your friends. If you have any suggestions as to something you'd like me to talk about on Moving Mondays, put them in the comments below because I will read them. And with that, I will catch you next week for our delivery of pallets from Houghton, Maine to Portland, Maine. Peace.
That was a failure of epic proportions. Unacceptable.